Hello and welcome back to episode 2, which is covers season 6 to 8 of our new save, where the Saudis have taken over Edinburgh City. They've ploughed in £1 billion, they've given them a 200,000 stadium, they've given them all the best coaching and training facilities, and the manager's decided to delegate absolutely everything to his assistant manager for the first 5 seasons to see how he got on. Well, he didn't get on very well because after season 5, they're still just in the Scottish Championship, struggling to get out, and the board have came to FM Forever and told him he needs to pull his finger out and needs to get more hands-on with the transfers. So what we've done in season 6 to 8 is we've taken control of the transfers, and let's see if we can get them out of the Championship. Right, let's delve into the transfers on season 6. There was 10 players came into the club and 8 left the club. I think the biggest frustration was when you have a look at the players out, £350,000 worth of players left the club. 205k of that was a guy called Jakub Witsaski. And if you have a look at him, he was a 17-year-old hot prospect that came through the youth academy. Hadn't played any games for the first team, but I still can't figure out why the assistant manager seems to be selling all the best young talent coming through. If anybody knows how to stop that, please tell us, because I am looking at my settings and I'm not quite sure what to do here, but it would help for future videos. Anyway, incomings. Let's have a look at what we've got on the incomings. So, haven't spent a lot of money. Biggest fee that we paid was 10.5k for Emanuel Longo, or Longello, however you pronounce it. And you'll see that he is a left defensive midfielder, left back, wing back, left attacking. He can play all over the left hand side there. 30-year-old, just to bring a little bit of experience in, just try and get us over the line. And obviously because he plays so many different positions, he's a very handy player to bring in. We brought Will Wright in on a free agent, 23-year-old striker. He came in, you can see that he's a very good player for the Scottish Championship, should get some goals, should do really well. Sam Greenwood, another free agent who's come in, another English lad, 29-year-old, so he's experienced. Decent physicals, decent mentals, technicals aren't too bad either. Leon, however you pronounce that, we'll call him Leon for now. What a player, goalkeeper, German goalkeeper, fantastic. He's definitely one that could make it. 24-year-old, he's got a good career ahead of him if we can hold on to him. Jeff, we'll just call him Jeff as well, shall we? All these surnames. Italian, left attacking midfielder and also a striker. Play on the wing, cut inside, or he can play up top. Brought in a young player called Thiago, 23-year-old, Spanish. He looks a fantastic player. Look at his first touch, 16 vision. He's definitely one that can improve a little bit more, and for this level, he'll definitely find it quite easy to adapt. Daniel Rodriguez is another one that we brought in, another Spanish player. These are all players on free transfers. It's pointless spending money at this level. You don't need to spend this sort of money until you get into the Premier League. He can play on the right side, right midfield, central, left, play all over the place. 17 for flair, 16 agility. Again, really good all-rounded player. Julian Vercho there, French midfielder coming in as well. He can play on the centre, attacking midfield. He can also play on the right. Great determination, again, well-rounded. None of these players are absolutely standout world-class players, but they're all well-rounded. Brought in loan, Rocco Di Giacomo from Celtic. I'm not going to go through them all. Well, I pretty much have went through them all. We'll go through Dean Cleland as well. Dean Cleland, 23-year-old striker. He's not bad, he's more of a backup to be fair. So we went out, we only spent 10.5k on one player, a couple of loan signings, quite a few free transfers, and as I say, 8 players left the club on loan or on permanent deals. And as you can see, Emanuel, 41 appearances, 2 goals, 13 assists, 5 player of the match awards, 7.34 rating. If you look at all the ratings of the players who came in, you can see that they've all done well. How did we get on this season? Let's have a look and go through the fixtures and see how we got on. So as always, we started the season with the Premier Sports Cup in Group B. Won all of our games, comfortably went through there, and started the league campaign on away to Livingston with a 2-2 draw. Mixed bag of results in August. We beat Dunfermline, beat Partick Thistle, and then went out to this Premier Sports Cup in the second round and then got back into the championship with a nice win, but then a defeat to Inverness Caledonian Thistle at the back end of August. Again, mixed bag of results in September. We played 4 championship games, won 2, winning 4-1 and 3-0, and 2 1-0 defeats to Queen's Park and Edinburgh. So the season wasn't going too badly, but we need to get out of this division at the first time of asking. October, undefeated, a nice 1-0 away win to Dunfermline, a 4-4 draw at Livingston, cracking game that would have been, and a 1-1 draw at Partick, and then going away to Hamilton and winning 4-2. It was November and December though, you've got to have a look at. Look at this run. 4 games in the championship, 4 wins, through to the Scottish Cup 4th rounders would beat Greenock Morton, and then we went into the month of December, won our first game in the league there, won the KDM Evolution Trophy 2nd round against Peterhead, and then another 3 championship wins. This made us look really, really good going into the new year. Another win in the championship 4-2 against Hamilton, and then we got knocked out of the KDM Evolution Trophy 3rd round, which, to be fair, we're not really bothered about. We don't want to do well in the cup competitions until we get into the Premier League. Back on track to win the William Hill Championship there with a 4-1 away win, and then through the Scottish Cup 4th round, beating Stirling 4-2. A draw against Queen Park, which led us into February, where you can see there another good run there. 2 wins through to the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup on penalties. Another win at Ross County in the Championship, and a draw to end the month of February. Finally going at the back end of the season, as you can see here, undefeated in March. An away win against Queen's Park. We lost at home to Ayr United. We lost the Scottish Cup semi-final to Celtic, who no doubt would have went on and won that. And then Airdrieonians at the end of the season there as a draw. A 2-2 away draw to Airdrieonians, and finished off with a 4-1 win at Ross County. So, did we get promoted? It certainly looks like we might have a chance. Let's go and have a look at the league table. Well, there you go. There we have it. Comfortably winning the William Hill Championship. Played 36 games, we won 26, 6 draws, just the 4 defeats. 86 scored, 34 against, so a healthy goal difference. 84 points. Look at that. 27 points clear of Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Comfortably, with not too many players brought in, nothing spent, 10.5k. Look what happens when I take over the club in season 6 compared to what my assistant manager's done in the first 5 seasons. Absolutely cracking. Into the Scottish Premiership next season. We got into the semi-final of the Scottish Cup. Let's go and buy some more players, and let's see how we get on season 7. Well, we spent some money in the first season in the Premiership, did we not? So the first acquisition we made before the season had even started is Diego Costin, who is an American goalkeeper, 26-year-old. Look at him, 1.2 million, the most we've ever spent on a player, but it doesn't stop there. We've spent way more than that. Look at that player. How well-rounded is he? He's definitely going to start for us, or he's going to be our backup goalkeeper, but either way, he's a massive improvement on the players that we've been signing. So here we are, transfers, and we'll do them in value order. So first of all, Chyote Fans from Swansea, left back, play wing back as well, which suits our system fantastically. 24-year-old, really well-rounded player. He's came in for 13.25 million. Yes, we've started to splash the cash. Alongside Ashley Phillips from Southampton, 26-year-old there, 10 under 21 caps for England. He's got a lot of jump and reach and pace. He's going to be a really good player. Central defender, only plays the one position, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's always good to have somebody who just plays in one position, be a master of defending rather than be good at everything. We'd rather have somebody who's a lot better than that. Odell Afire, we'll call him Chariots, and he can play right back, he can play right wing back, he also slots into the defensive midfield. 16 natural fitness, 6'2", Nigerian. Looks a really good player. And next we'll go to Roberto Lopez. He's a central midfielder who can play on the right or central attacking midfielder. 16 passing, 16 technique. Definitely going to be good on the ball in the centre of the park. He's came in for 1.1 million. Patrick Cristal, Estonian player there. Look, he's come in there, central midfielder, central attacking midfielder. So it looks like we're strengthening the squad rather than just the first team. And then, as you can see, we've brought in a couple of players here on loan. Guy from Juventus there, Gerson. Look at him, first touch, technique, flair, balance. Look at all those stats. What a player he is, and he's only 19-year-old. I think that's probably with the prospect to try and sign him, but he's valued at 55 million. Alonso Lopez also came in as well, 350k for him. Young Mexican, one for the future. Look at that first touch and passing and determination. Really good player. Umar Kanati from AS Monaco, he's came in as well. Play on the wing or up front, so he covers all 4 positions. He came in on loan. So there's a lot of additions, as you can see. We go all the way through. Brought in quite a lot of free agents as well. Joan, however you pronounce it, 20 determination, 16 jump and reach, central defender, fantastic player. He'll get a few games, I would think, in the future. Hasn't done that well this season, but let's have a look at Jose Reyes as well. 20 determination, 16 anticipation, acceleration 16, pace 16. He's definitely going to be a baller in this league in the future. And again, he's only 24-year-old. Gabriel Silvers came in on a free agent as well, 30-year-old. Look at him. Acceleration 16, he's going to be a good player. So a lot of investment in the team. There are a few players gone out as well, so we have sold £3 million worth of talent. As you can see, we've sold all of those players there that have left the club. Will Wright, who was signed last season, Manuel Garcia as well, he's gone. But £31 million spent in this window, so it's looking good. I think we're going to have a good season. I don't think we're going to be relegation candidates, but I think anything in the top 6 would be probably a good season just to bed in and see if we can then invest a little bit heavily and go for the league title. Let's see who we've brought in and let's see how well we've done. Right, let's start off with Martin White from Brighton. 21.5 million, our biggest deal of this transfer window. He's a 23-year-old English central defender, 14 caps for the under-21s. He's going to be an established player, I would imagine, this Edinburgh City's team. If you look at him as well, technicals, reasonably good. Mentals, brilliant, 16 concentration, 17 teamwork, 17 work rate. Look at the physicals, acceleration, agility, pace, stamina. I mean, even natural fitness and strength are 13. Really good for this sort of level, playing in the Scottish Premier League. Alongside him, Ale Garcia, 30-year-old Spaniard who can play on both wings. Well-rounded player, probably more of a squad player for this team. Jonas Ogden, who's a 23-year-old striker. He's English, 16 finishing. Really good player, 23-year-old, ambitious, 5'10". He's coming for £2 million. Next we've got Mitchell Frame. Mitchell Frame is a Scottish wing back. He can play left back, left midfield, left attacking, so he can play all up that flank, which works really well because we play with wing backs and wingers. You can see there, he's a good player to bring in as well. More possibly as a squad player or a backup player, but we need a strong squad because we're going to be playing plenty of games, hopefully. Marcus Alvarez from Real Madrid, 1.1 million. Look at him. He's another left back. We're having a few left backs in this game. We've signed a few left backs in this game, and as you can see, teamwork 16, work rate 16, jump and reach, natural fitness. He's definitely going to be a really good player for us. Essa Eho, which is a player from HJK that we've brought in. He's a 22-year-old goalkeeper, probably more of a backup, but he is a well-rounded goalkeeper, and he would get his game for quite a few Scottish Premier teams. So he's not a bad player at all. Let's keep scrolling down there. You can see that we've also brought in young South African there, Thistle. I've got to be really careful how I pronounce that one. He's more of a squad player to bring in, probably just to see if we can loan him out, get him a bit of experience, maybe sell him on. You look at his valuation, 4.1 to 5.6 million, and we have paid 275k for him. So he's possibly just a one to bring in and move on in the future. A few free agents brought in as well. We brought in a Labanek there. He was just a small fee, 59,000. Again, we're just trying to fill up our reserves and our youth team and have a little bit more of a squad. Lamine Fané, another one you've got to be careful of the pronunciation of. He looks a good signing there. Free transfer. Vinko Rosic, another one who comes in there. Bahrain international. Again on a free. Joel Drakes Thomas, good player. He can play on the right side of the pitch. Basically, the only place he can't play is right back. He can play on the left as well, left attacking midfield. So, as you can see there, quite a lot of players brought in. We did bring Alvarez in initially on a loan period as well. And a few players leaving the club. So, Jose Rios, he's left us now, unfortunately. Again, problems with the assistant manager selling players that I didn't really want to sell. As you can see, he's a really good player. We've let a lot of players go, and as I say, if anybody does know how to stop this from happening, because I do want us to get rid of some of the dead wood, but I want to decide who goes and who doesn't. I've transfer listed the players I want rid of. It just seems that there's players who aren't transfer listed who end up leaving the club. Anyway, let's get to the fixture list. And let's get to the meaty end and see how we get on. Just before we get to our tactics and our fixtures and show you the league table and see how we've done at the end of season 7, I'd just like to ask a massive favour. This is a new channel. I'm doing this purely for fun, as a hobby. If I can get 100 likes on this video, it will be absolutely amazing. So please do like, subscribe, please share it. And please be kind, because this is the second video that I've done. The first one with editing software. So I do appreciate things will and, well, definitely will go wrong. So please just bear that in mind and do support the channel in any way you possibly can. Thank you. So very slight change of tactics for this season. What we've decided to do is I've dropped the 4-4-2. I've gone to the 4-2-3-1. We're still playing the ball, playing centre-backs. We're still playing the wing-backs, the two midfielders, the CM and the AM role. But I've now put a player in there in the central attacking midfield role in a free role where he'll wander about and be creative. We've still got the inside forwards, but we're just playing with the one striker. I just thought that would probably suit us a little bit more, having somebody else in that midfield. Maybe a little bit more possession, maybe a little bit more creativity as well, and a little bit more of a supply line for the main forward. We'll see how we get on with that, but let's get to the fixtures and see how we've done. So we started the season's campaign with the Premier Sports Cup, as we always did. We've done really, really well again, qualifying, no problem at all out of a group, beating Stirling, Brecon, Brora Rangers and St Johnstone comfortably. But it's the next game I want you to have a look at. Away to Rangers, 1-0 win. Maybe this is where we're turning the corner now. Maybe this is where we're going to have a fantastic season. Unfortunately, our next game at home to Dundee United, we could only manage a draw. Queen's Park in the Premier Sports Cup second round in the second week of August there. We won on penalties to get us through to the next round. And then we backed that up with an away win 3-2 against Dundee and a 3-0 home win to Hibernian. Really good start in the months of July and August. We enter September with a 1-0 win against Hearts away, but then a 4-3 defeat to Kilmarnock at home, which spoiled our unblemished record in the league and cup. Motherwell away next, brilliant 2-1 away, and 4-2 win in the Premier Sports Cup quarter-final against Kilmarnock means we've got a semi-final place up for grabs. Can we do it? Well, if you look down, we can. But let's not spoil that yet. A home win at Falkirk, but then unfortunately a couple of draws. 2-2 away to Aberdeen. Aberdeen. 1-1 draw to St Mirren, and then another 2-2 draw there against Celtic, which isn't too bad, bearing in mind Celtic are probably the best team in Scotland at the moment on this save. A little bit of an upset. We lost our second game of the season against Dundee United, but then we played Celtic in the semi-finals of the Premier Sports Cup on a neutral venue, and we beat them 2-1 away. We have got into a final. So is this where we progress? Can we win a league and can we win a cup? Well, November, we started off with a 2-2 home draw against Rangers. We're not doing too badly against the top teams. Followed up with a 4-2 win against Dundee in the Premier League and a 1-0 away win to Hibernian. Things going really well in the league. I wonder if we're top. I wonder if we're going to do it. Into the month of December, which is always a tricky month, and as you can see there, we beat Hearts 1-0, but this is the game. Edinburgh City 4, Rangers 2 in the final of the Premier Sports Cup final. We have won our first major trophy. Absolutely fantastic. Can we put the league as well, or can we get the league title? Next game, we had a home game against Motherwell, a 2-2 draw at Motherwell. Followed up with an away win at Falkirk, home win at Aberdeen 2-0. That's brilliant. And then another defeat, unfortunately, against Kilmarnock. We haven't lost many games. We've drawn a few, but we've won quite a few. We're having a good season. And then into January, here we go. January wasn't the greatest month. Started off well, 4-0 away win against St Mirren. We drew away against Celtic, which is a really, really respectable result. Then backed that up with 2 wins on the bounce. Dundee United at home 1-0. Alloa away 2-1 in the Scottish Cup 4th round. Could we get to Wembley again? Wembley? We don't play at Wembley. We're in Scotland. Okay, Hampden. I hope that's right, by the way. Unfortunately, back into January, hammered 4-1 away to Rangers and then beaten 2-1 to Dundee. Has that dented our title hopes? Well, as we go into February and we're getting towards the end of the season, a lovely comeback 5-3 against Hibernian. But then Hibernian beat us 5-3 in the Scottish Cup 5th round. So we're not going to win the Scottish Cup this season. But we did win away to Hearts, but then lost at home to Kilmarnock and drew against Motherwell. It looks like the wheels potentially could be falling off here. March, 2 games in March. That's all we had in international break by the looks of things. A 2-2 draw at home to Falkirk and then a 3-2 defeat to Aberdeen. I think the wheels have truly fallen off. Maybe after that cup win, we've lost something. I don't know. April, finished the season off in April and May. A defeat against St Mirren at home. A draw at home against Celtic, which isn't a bad result. And then 2 more losses, both at home. Aberdeen and Motherwell. So we played 4 home games in April. And out of 4 home games and a maximum of 12 points, we took 1. I think this is where it all has gone wrong. Finished the season off not too badly. Kilmarnock away, 2-1 win. Celtic away, 4-0 convincing win against Celtic, but then lost the final game of the season to Rangers. Is that enough? I don't think it's going to be. I think there's a couple of results here have gone against us and we've possibly bottled the league and possibly not even finished in the top 2 or 3. Let's have a look at the league table though and see how we did. Well, I think you can truly say that those last couple of months of the season definitely had a massive factor on where the title was going to end up. Rangers have absolutely blown the opposition away. 15 points clear at the top with 86 points. Won 27, drawn 5, lost 6. Aberdeen, surprise team to finish second there on 71 points. And Celtic only in third. Celtic lost the same amount of games as we did, but they drew 2 less. So Celtic finished 4 points ahead of us. We have finished 4th, which is a European position. And we did win the League Cup as well. So we are in Europe next season. We do only have 2 seasons of this save left. Whether we're going to win the Champions League and the league is another thing. I think the best thing we can hope for is maybe Europa or Conference League and maybe bag a title by the end of season 10. Let's see how we get on. Next episode, we're going to do season 9 and season 10. We'll go through the transfers. We'll go through the players that we've brought in and see who we've bought. And fingers crossed, hopefully, we might be able to deliver another major trophy. If you have enjoyed this, do remember to like, subscribe, and please leave some comments. Be kind. It is my first attempt at doing this video, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I hope you are too. And I've got some really good ideas for possibly more saves as well in the coming weeks. Thank you very much for your time. I'm Andy FM forever, and I'll sign out.